Two teams who think they have a chance to reach the mountaintop begin the long climb today towards what they both hope will be a Mountain West Conference championship. It's the conference opener from San Diego. The San Diego State Aztecs getting set to host the Boise State Broncos. Chris Ello from Viejas Arena on the campus of San Diego State. The Aztecs being introduced right now and getting set to take on Boise State in a rematch of last year's Mountain West Conference semifinal, a thriller last March, played in Las Vegas and won by the Aztecs 72-69. That carried them into the championship game where they would lose to UNLV. But both these schools have a lot of players back from those teams a year ago, and both teams are off to great starts this year. The Aztecs going 11-2 in non-conference play. Boise State 10-3, and now the record's reset, and it's time to start playing for a conference championship. Stacey Terry Hudson gathers her team together before heading out to start the 2024-25 conference season. Gordy Presnell on the other end in his 20th year at Boise State. Two great coaches and a great series. This is the 29th meeting all-time between Boise State and San Diego State, and each side has won 14 coming into the matchup today. Boise State's in black, San Diego State is in red, and the opening tap is gonna say, the Aztecs stole the tap, so they're gonna give ball to Boise State right off the bat. Starting lineup for Boise State: Maya Hansen, Mary Kay Narrow, Natalie Pasco. Those three in the backcourt. Tatum Thompson up front with the 6'3" center, Abby Muse. And this is Mary Kay Narrow, the point guard, giving the ball to Thompson in the high post. Pasco and Hansen both are great three-point shooters. And the Aztecs force a turnover as Callie Clark knocks the ball away, and Veronica Sheffy brings it into the front court for San Diego State. This is Erin Haupt, a great three-point shooter in her own right for San Diego State. And Kim Villalobos trying to drive in, picks up an offensive foul. So just like that, Villalobos gets a foul 28 seconds into the game, and Adriana Quezada pops off the Aztec bench. The Aztecs bench has been incredible this year, scoring 51% of the team's points this year. Abby Muse, 6'3" in the post against the 6'3" Callie Clark, and well defended by Clark. Thompson pops out, gives the ball on the wing to Mary Kay Narrow. Pasco cannot give her any room. Thompson has some room, and the 6'1" junior from Woodinville, Washington opens the scoring today. 2-0 Boise State. Callie Clark straight away to Adriana Quezada. Curling is Megan Fizo. Her jump shot is in, and Fizo, a 5'10" senior from Seattle, answers back for San Diego State. Here's Pasco on the wing, bounced it inside. Second time that Clark has stolen an entry pass. Sheffy heads back, tried to set up Haupt for a three-pointer, but she fumbled the pass. Boise State back defensively. Sheffy double-teamed. Callie Clark pump fake, drive in the lane. Turns, trying to shoot over Abby Muse. Not easy to do, so Sheffy drives and cuts to the basket and gets the bucket on a nice pass from Clark. Veronica Sheffy, transfer from the University of San Diego, junior point guard. 4-2, the Aztecs have their first lead. Here's Thompson in the post, got fouled by Quezada. And Tatum Thompson taking over in the starting lineup this year for Elodie Lalat, who now comes off the bench for Boise State. And Quezada getting a quick foul. She comes right out of the ball game, replaced by one of these Aztec freshmen. There are four of them, and the first one in today is Bailey Barnhart. Thompson, an 86% free throw shooter. And she scored all 3 of Boise State's points so far, averaging 10.6 on the season. She's tied the game 4-4. Here comes Veronica Sheffy, the Aztec point guard, going to Haupt, three-point shooting specialist, about 45% this year, over 40% for her career. Sheffy backs it out, guarded by Mary Kay Narrow, gets a screen from Barnhart, goes around that. Shifts the ball over to Callie Clark. Haupt in the corner, 7 to shoot. Fires a jumper and hits it. Erin Haupt. A rare 2-point bucket for her. Most of her shooting comes from beyond the arc. 6-4 the Aztecs. Here's Thompson handing off to Hansen, who, like Pasco, is a good 3-point shooter. Comes up short on this one from 2-point range. And Haupt brings it back for San Diego State. Haupt. Straight away, Megan Fizzo, a 3, it's off the mark. Rebounded by Abby Muse. Narrow comes ahead to Pasco. Pasco, a junior from Danville, California. Haupt at the other end for the Aztecs is from Danville, but in Danville, Illinois. Here's Pasco, and the pass goes out of bounds. Here last year in the regular season, Boise State did not play well. They turned it over 25 times, and the Aztecs ran them out of the building by 25 points. Boise State returned the favor in the regular season game at Boise. And then these two had that great Mountain West Conference semifinal game. Here's Haupt at the free throw line, playing it back outside. Now Sheffy will try to attack. Cut off by Thompson. Only 4 to shoot. Haupt has to force it up and in again. Second time already that Erin Haupt has beaten the shot clock. 8-4, another turnover, Boise State. Sheffy runs in and got fouled by Thompson. Well, funny that Sheffy and Thompson should meet at the rim. Both players are from Woodinville, Washington, and both played on the same high school team at Woodinville High School, and the two of them led Woodinville High School to the 4A state championship. Sheffy for San Diego State, and Tatum Thompson, who just fouled her, from Boise State. Sheffy hits both free throws. The Aztecs take an early 10-4 lead and have a chance now to bring in their 2 superstar young freshmen. Naomi Panganiban, number 24, Nat Martinez, number 21. Both have been great for San Diego State. Each has won 2 Freshman of the Week awards, and a good quick jump shot put up and in by Maya Hansen from Billings, Montana. 10-6 the Aztecs. Here's Nat Martinez from Northern California. Nice give and go, and Bailey Barnhart rolling to the basket, gets a nice bounce pass and scores it. The 2 freshmen combined for the Aztecs. 12-6. Thompson fires a 3, but that came up way short. And Stacey Terry Hudson, not wasting any time, going to get her 4th freshman into the game as Kaylin Hamilton checks in, wearing number 12. Jaslyn Green also in for San Diego State. First substitution for Boise State, a freshman, Taryn Gardner, out of Spokane, Washington, wearing number 22 and guarding the Aztecs freshman guard Panganiban. Jaslyn Green, high post to Callie Clark, across to Panganiban. Panganiban has been red hot. She's been the freshman of the week each of the last 2 weeks for San Diego State. Naomi out of La Jolla Country Day High School right here in San Diego. 11 to shoot as the Aztecs inbound, leading 12-6. Comes into Green. Jaslyn, free throw line, trying to drive in. Step back, jumper is good. Thompson tried to take a charge, but play on, and Jaslyn Green hits the jumper. Gordy Presnell thought there should have been a foul there. 14-6, the Aztecs off to a good start here. Number 4, Danny Bays into the game for Boise State. She's another good 3-point shooter. Steps inside the arc this time and rebounded by Clark. Panganiban long ahead for Hamilton, who saves it in the corner. Back outside to Naomi. She'll back it out. Panganiban guarded by Hansen. Panganiban drives in all the way, scoops it up, no, but a foul. Panganiban has done most of her scoring from the perimeter, but at 5'7", she is aggressive going to the rim, and as a result, she leads the Aztecs in free throw attempts this year, and she'll get 2 from the line when we come back. Media timeout, 14-6. Good start, San Diego State on the Mountain West Network. San Diego State in red today, coming in with a record of 11-2, the most non-conference wins the Aztecs have had in 41 years. 1983 was the last time they won this many in the non-conference, so they're trying to translate that now to conference play. The opener today against Boise State, and here's one of the reasons why the Aztecs have been so good. Naomi Panganiban, 5'7", from La Jolla Country Day, where she was all-CIF San Diego section a year ago. She has her first 2 points of this game, and the Aztecs lead 16-6. Show a little full-court pressure. Hansen comes to get the ball. Brings it up against a good defender, the freshman Kaylin Hamilton. Danny Bays gets it to Lalat in the post. She's a good post player, Elodie Lalat from Paris, France. Now Bays goes back in the post to Lalat, knocked away by Villalobos. Picked up by Danny Bays, a strong drive, but couldn't finish. Panganiban leads the Aztecs into the front court, up by 10 here in the early going. Panganiban swings it to Green across to Hamilton. Hamilton from McKinney, Texas, driving on the baseline. Now Villalobos back into the ball game, driving on Lalat. Shoots over her, left it short, rebound to Lalat. Hansen lost the dribble. Under pressure from Hamilton, we get a foul, and they're going to call it on Jaslyn Green, doing what she should do, which is dive for that ball. But now and again, you dive for a loose ball, you're going to upend somebody, and that's the call. The officiating crew today, Alicia Murray, Karen Lasuik, and Amy Cronenhook, an all-female crew today here at Viejas Arena. First foul on Green. Here's Lalat in the post on Villalobos. Nope. Villalobos rebounds, and Panganiban heads back. Panganiban plays it out to Villalobos. Kim spins into the lane. The senior from Los Angeles finds the freshman Nat Martinez, knocked away. Jump ball, it'll be Aztecs possession with 14 to shoot. Hamilton will inbound it. Got to get it in there to Villalobos in the corner. Jaslyn Green, free throw line, into the lane, cut off there. Villalobos with 7 to shoot, tries again on Lalat, no, but a foul. Elodie Lalat from Paris picks up the foul. Kim Villalobos to the free throw line. Villalobos has been such a key player for San Diego State, scoring, rebounding, assists, block shots, steals. But her last 3 games, she's scored 0, 8, and 4 points. She has been struggling mightily from the free throw line as well, where she's just 54%. It has been a bit of a slump here lately for Villalobos. The Aztecs would love for her to break out today. She hits the free throw, the second, to give the San Diego State a 17-6 lead. Hansen comes into the front court. Gets the ball on the wing to Bays against the freshman Martinez, picked by Lalat. Down the middle, knocked away. Good defense by Villalobos coming over to help. 16 to shoot for the Broncos in black, and Hansen, the junior from Billings, Montana. Well, triggered in. 2 Aztecs fell, but Bays missed the shot anyway. Hamilton 1-on-3, should wait for some help here. She does. Smart play by the freshman. All these Aztec freshmen are wise beyond their years. Green, a three out of the corner, going to come up short because she got fouled. The foul is on one of the Boise State freshmen, Libby Hutton, who's one of their three players from Australia. Hutton, saw Danny Bays is also from Australia, and another freshman, Millie Sharp. But here's Jaslyn Green, who's from Upland, California. Jaslyn transferred from Cal last year. She's averaging 4 points, but she's had a couple of big double-digit games already this year, including 15 against Cal State Bakersfield. She gets it going. She can score the ball. 3 free throws here. She's split the first 2. Two and a half left in the first quarter. The Aztecs have opened a pretty sizable lead here, 19-6, as Boise State struggles out of the gate, shooting just 2 for 8 and committing 4 turnovers. Freshman Sharp plays it inside, bounces to Bays. Back outside it goes. I'd rather Hutton, not Sharp. Back into the post to Lalott, barging in, missed again. Rebound comes free to Hutton, but she threw it away. That's another Boise State turnover. The Broncos, with their 10-3 record, have not played yet a single true road game this year. As you look at Gordy Presnell, who has over 700 career wins, but he can't like what he's seeing in the early going as the Broncos struggle in their first true road game, at least in the first quarter. Villalobos against Lalott, step back. Kim has been off of late. Those are shots she can make, but they have not been going in for her. And we get a foul on Hamilton of San Diego State. 4th team foul. In fact, both teams now are out of fouls in the first quarter. Adriana Quezada back in for San Diego State, as is Veronica Sheffy. Tatum Thompson went out early for Boise State with 2 early fouls. That could be a factor as this game goes along. Here's Hansen getting a screen from Lalott, triggering that 3, way off, but the rebound bounced right into the hands of Libby Hutton, who scored it for Boise State. 19-8, the Aztecs. 1:18 to go in the first quarter. Jaslyn Green on the baseline, trying to work on Hutton. Lost the dribble. Sheffy tracks it down. Sheffy works into the lane. Her pass is deflected. Aztecs only their 2nd turnover of the first quarter. Hansen brings it back. Goes to Hutton in the post. Strong move and gets the roll. 2 buckets off the bench for Libby Hutton, 6-foot freshman from Perth, Australia. And 2 timely baskets for Boise State as they get back within 9. 19-10, final minute of the first quarter. Sheffy goes to Green straight away. Panganiban, neither she nor Martinez has yet to trigger a shot. Until then, Panganiban doesn't get it. Hansen heads back, and a final shot for Boise State as the shot clock is off. Hutton slows it down. 18 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here comes Hansen to trigger their offense. 10 seconds. Lalott out to set a screen. Hansen doesn't use it. Rebounded by Green. 3 seconds. Nat Martinez from deep. Oh, she's had a habit of making those this year. Just came up short. That's the end of the first quarter. San Diego State 19, Boise State 10. The conference opener for both schools. Viejas Arena in front of a good Sunday afternoon crowd on the Mountain West Network. First quarter in the books. San Diego State shooting 54%. Boise State 30%. Neither team made a 3. And the Aztecs have a 19-10 lead. Neither of the team's go-to scorers took a shot in that first quarter. Pasco for Boise State played 4 minutes. Quezada for San Diego State played 3 minutes. Neither even took a shot. The freshman, Taryn Gardner, plays it out, and Bays with a deep two-pointer straight away. They're good shooters, Boise State. Danny Bays hits that one. 6 straight points for the Broncos, and it's 19-12 after the Aztecs had led early by 13. Panganiban driving in, sets up Sheffy out of the corner. Her jumper off the heel, rebounded by Quezada and saved out of bounds off of Bays. Good hustle by Adriana Quezada, who always hustles. She gets a lot of her points with grit and determination. 19 seconds to shoot. Comes into Clark. Tried to feed Quezada. Now Sheffy looking for room. Pick and roll. Quezada feeds Clark. Blocked, but a foul from behind on Abby Muse. Muse is a great shot blocker out of Brentwood, California, a graduate student, 6'3", but called for the foul from behind on that one. And Callie Clark, also 6'3", will go to the line for the Aztecs. Clark, who shoots around the basket left-handed and shoots free throws and all jump shots right-handed. Puts in the first one to stop a 6-0 Boise State run. 21-12, the Aztecs. As Mary Kay Narrow brings it up for Boise State. Gives the ball to Hutton. Bays finds Gardner at the top. The freshman Taryn Gardner. Around to another freshman, Libby Hutton. Bays' pass was broken up and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Broncos. A little more than a minute gone by in the second quarter. Mary Kay Narrow, another graduate student, in their starting lineup. Here's an offensive foul. I think they're going to get Muse, or is it Hutton? Hutton on that screen. So 2 fouls on Libby Hutton and 2 fouls on Taryn Thompson, or rather a Tatum Thompson for Boise State. Callie Clark in the high post. In low, Quezada's there, got away from a defender and gets her first bucket. Adriana Quezada, 23-22. In the post, Muse working on Clark under the basket, squeezes it up. Clark played it well. Sheffy comes back for the Aztecs. Hard drive, blocked, but a foul by Narrow. Veronica Sheffy second team all WAC last year at USD, or all West Coast Conference, I should say. And she's been big for the Aztecs this year, but Sheffy has been in a bit of a slump herself lately. 12 points total in her last 4 games. But she made the biggest basket of the game last time out. A game winner with 8 seconds left to beat the University of Hawaii 54-52. Both free throws good. The lead back to 13, but nobody guarding Bays. She missed the layup, however. Ahead comes Haupt. Beautiful ahead to Quezada. Good play. Aaron Haupt recognizing Quezada was ahead of the pack. 8-0 run for San Diego State. 27-12. Bays in the post, knocked away by Clark. Retrieved by Bays. Strong drive, but Clark, long arm of the law, blocked that one. Fizo in for Haupt. Haupt's made some really nice plays here in the early going. The junior from Danville, Illinois, San Diego State's Aaron Haupt. Here's Pasco back in for Boise State. I was wondering when they're going to get her back in the game. Millie Sharp, another freshman from Australia. Number 6 also checks in. Here's Pasco. Yet to shoot in this game, but she will. And when she does, she is awfully good. Fouled away from the ball on Callie Clark. First 3 fouls of the quarter were against Boise State. That one on the Aztec center. 2.5 minutes gone by. There's Pasco open, and that's what she'll do. This time just a 2-pointer, but Pasco is a dead-eye shooter, one of the best in this conference. Her first 2 points, 27-14. Aztecs. Fizo in the front court to Quezada. She'll fire a 3. Got it! Quezada feeling it. She hits the first 3 of the game for either side. And it's a 16-point lead for the Aztecs. Sharp plays the ball to Muse. Here comes Pasco. Trying to drive on Fizo. Step back jumper. Boy, I tell you what. That's good defense, but better offense by Pasco. Her second basket. 30-16. Callie Clark tries a 3. That's not her game. She can make them, but not a great percentage shot, especially that early in the clock. Drive by Sharp. Flips it up. Quezada flies in there for that one-handed rebound. Beautiful play by Adriana. And here's Panganiban. Naomi has only taken 1 shot so far, has a couple of free throws. Pulls up for the corner of the key and hits this one, her first field goal. Panganiban has been doing it all year for the Aztecs, and a timeout, Boise State. San Diego State's doubled them up with 6:12 to go in the second quarter. The Aztecs 32, the Broncos 16 on the Mountain West Network. Boise State Broncos playing their first true road game of the year and shooting only 35%. They've also turned it over 6 times. We'll see if the Broncos can't steady things and try to climb back into this game. 32-16, backdoor cut, that didn't work. Pasco cutting, but the pass by Narrow was too hot to handle. 7 turnovers for the Broncos. Here's Quezada leading everybody so far with 7 points. Callie Clark, high post, straight away to Megan Fizo. Fizo around a pick and roll with Clark. Looked like she traveled in there. They called jump ball though. I think a break for the Aztecs as they will keep possession rather than the turnover. 14 to shoot for Sheffy. Comes into Fizo in the corner. Across for Panganiban. Sheffy spins on the baseline. Left it short. Muse rebounds to Narrow. Mary Kay in the front court from Beaverton, Oregon. Sets up Muse. Now Sharp, the freshman from Australia, blocked by Clark. Callie Clark leading the Aztecs with 20 blocks this year. That's her second today. She gives the Aztecs one thing they absolutely did not have last year, which was size in the post to block some of those shots. Clark has really been big for the Aztecs early this season. Transfer from Colorado State, who the Aztecs will play Wednesday. Allie Christensen just into the game, and she hits a big 3 for Boise State. Alyssa Christensen from New Plymouth, Idaho. First 3 of the day for the Broncos. 32-19, Panganiban baseline. Cut off by Sharp. Pass broken up, retrieved by Quezada. Her jumper, rebounded by Muse. Ahead comes Sharp. Hands off to Christensen in the lane. Blocked again by Clark. That's 3 block shots for Callie Clark in just 11 minutes. Jaslyn Green, Nat Martinez in for the Aztecs. Panganiban and Fizo go out. Clark, very good. Just stay straight up. Use your size. As long as you don't come down with that arm, you will not get a foul. Hansen's back in for Boise State. Muse. Narrow around a screen. Outside to Christensen. Foul. Clark in the post, her second. That'll bring Villalobos back in for San Diego State. 4:38 second quarter. Aztecs 32-19 right now. Narrow comes into Christensen trying to hit 2 in a row. Rebound on the weak side, Jaslyn Green. Sheffy double teamed on the sideline and lost it. Only the third turnover for San Diego State. They've been playing very crisp so far. So the Broncos will bring it back. Narrow. Hansen. Lalott sets the screen, rolls to the hoop. Christensen up. Well, before she traveled, Lalott got an offensive foul running over Quezada in the post. Quezada comes out of most games looking like a linebacker. I mean, she takes more shots than any basketball player I've seen in a long time. First of all, she's undersized in the post. She's only 5'10", but she is as tough a kid as you're going to find. From Frisco, Texas, Adriana Quezada. Sheffy had it knocked away and out of bounds. You talk about Quezada, she's the oldest of 10 siblings. She's got 5 brothers and sisters and 4 stepbrothers and sisters. Quezada's the oldest. And she says, I like to do things the right way. I want to teach my younger siblings by example. And Adriana Quezada has done that, representing San Diego State the last 3 seasons. Here's Jaslyn Green, baseline drive, bounced under there for Quezada, tied up by 3 players, and a 3-second violation on the Aztecs. So the Aztecs now, after getting out to the 32-point start, have missed 3 in a row and have turned it over twice. Boise State with a little chance here to try and creep back in the game. Narrow. Around a screen by Muse, goes all the way in, then sets it out to Sharp. Martinez called for that foul. And then we had another whistle after the foul was called. I don't know if they're going to take a look at something away from the play. I didn't see. The foul was originally called on Nat Martinez on the drive by Millie Sharp. But the officials saw something after that. There's Stacey Terry Hudson in her 12th season and maybe has her best team this year. That all remains to be seen how it plays out. But the Aztecs have won 20 plus each of the last 2 seasons. They're more than halfway to that total this year. She's got a great staff, including Kelly Lewis, Greg Gottlieb, John Silver, and her husband now, Justin Hudson. Mel Boscarino, Director of Player Personnel, and Jasmine Hodgkins-Parker, Director of Operations, Queenie Soriano, the athletic trainer, and the strength coach, James Chasen. All of them work so hard behind the scenes mostly and get this team prepared. All right, so I don't think they found anything beyond the original foul on Martinez. So it'll be ball out of bounds to Boise State. 20 on the shot clock. 3:34 left second quarter. Narrow will trigger in. Get it right back from Muse. Hansen, Christensen, Pasco, Narrow. They're moving it well. Can they find a shot? 5 seconds. Christensen triggers it, and that was a good defensive sequence by the Aztecs. Kelly Lewis, one of the assistant coaches, just jumping off the bench and applauding her team for a good sequence at the defensive end. So the Aztecs now in a 3-minute scoring drought, but leading still by 13. Quezada has to recover that one. Adriana gives it to Jaslyn Green in the post of Villalobos. Kim comes underneath, reverses, and scores. Villalobos, hopefully that will get her going. 3 points for Kim, her first field goal. 34-19, Pasco. Straight away to Christensen. Down narrow. They can't get the ball on the post. They want to get it to Muse. Only 10 to shoot. Narrow. Back outside. Christensen another three. Short. Rebound Villalobos. Aztecs doing a nice job clearing the glass. Three-pointer? No. Martinez passed on that and feeds Quezada instead. I'm telling you what, this freshman Martinez, she makes plays that veterans don't make. Great patience that time. Narrow got fouled on the turnaround. Foul's going to be on Panganiban. Go back to that last play. There's Nat Martinez. East Bay Player of the Year, but passing on the three. And then look at that beautiful setup to Quezada. Like I said, there are veteran players who force that three. And this freshman makes plays like that to help her team win. Narrow hits both free throws for Boise State. Danny Bays will check back in for her. As we're at 2:02 to go in the first half. Aztecs led by 9 at the end of the first quarter. 17 is the largest lead so far. Quezada, high post to Villalobos. Villalobos wants to get it to Quezada, instead drives in, fumbled it, picked it back up. Outside to Nat Martinez. Let's see what she does with it this time. Feeds Quezada, in and out. Rebound by Bays. Hansen. On the perimeter, deep three from Maya Hansen and a foul. Maya Hansen is a 46% three-point shooter, as is Pasco. And Panganiban got a piece of her for a potential 4-point play here. What a shot by Maya Hansen. Out of Billings, Montana. That's her 16th three-pointer of the year. And it is a 4-point play. And just like that, an 11-point game. 36-25. 1:20 to go in the first half. See if the Aztecs can finish the half strong. Foul. Villalobos will go to the free throw line as both teams are out of fouls. Kim is playing in her 133rd game as an Aztec. The all-time record is 141 by Sofia Ramos. So as long as Villalobos stays healthy, she'll end up with the most games played in Aztec history. Still not hitting the free throws, 54%. Last year she was up over 70 in the free throw department. That one's good. 4 points for Villalobos, 37-25. Here comes Hansen. Bays. Pasco. They got 3 really good shooters out on the floor right now, does Boise State. This is one of them, Hansen. Spinning, falling, but got a foul out of it. Sheffy is called. And that'll send Hansen to the line. Hansen's only tried 9 free throws this year. She's made 7. 5'9" junior, Maya Hansen. Right in there. So Boise State fell down by 17, but this recent run here has them right back within 10 with a minute to go in the first half. It's a big final minute of the half. You know, Aztecs don't want to give any more of that lead back. Green finds Sheffy. Sheffy, strong drive, finishes with a right hand. Good move. Veronica Sheffy. She's got 8 points. Lead back to 12. 33 seconds to go in the half. Shot clock 12 ahead of the game clock. Bays finds Hansen. Pasco, 10 to shoot. Bays, step back, now drive with 6. Left it short, 15 seconds. See if the Aztecs can execute a final shot of the half. Not something they're normally very good at. 3 seconds. The jumper by Villalobos ends the half. The Aztecs by 12. They led pretty much all the way. There's only one lead change in that first half. Boise State had a brief lead for 18 seconds right at the outset, but San Diego State by 9 at the end of the quarter, by as many as 17, and they settle for 12 at the break. San Diego State 39, Boise State 27. First half shooting, Boise State 32%. San Diego State very good, 54%. Boise State 2 of 7 on threes. The Aztecs just 1 of 5. Aztecs did a good job getting the free throw line, 12 of 15. Boise State was 7 of 7. The Aztecs out-rebounded them 15-13. Boise State had 8 turnovers. San Diego State only had 4 in the first half. Quezada 9 points. Sheffy 8 to lead the Aztecs. And Maya Hansen 8 to lead Boise State. So we're at halftime of the conference opener. San Diego State 39, Boise State 27, second half. Coming when we come back on the Mountain West Network. Back in San Diego, teams are back out on the floor. Second half, just a couple of minutes away. San Diego State has led throughout by as many as 17. Boise State creeping a little closer. And there you have the halftime score. 39-27 Aztecs. San Diego State all year has been doing it off the bench. The Aztecs bench averages 37 points a game, 4th most in the nation. And that bench had 19 in the first half of this game, led by Adriana Quezada, 9 points. In the early going, Aaron Haupt hit a couple of big buckets to beat the shot clock for San Diego State. But then the bench went to work. Bailey Barnhart, freshman, came in with a hoop. Jaslyn Green hit a couple. And then it was Quezada who got going. And Adriana with 9 points to lead everybody, including that three-pointer, which was the only 3 of the first half for San Diego State. Naomi Panganiban contributed off the bench with 4 as well. And so San Diego State, their bench has 19. Boise State, which gets a lot of scoring off its bench, had 9. So the starters, the Aztecs were +2. The bench, the Aztecs were +10 in scoring. We'll see how it plays out here in the second half. Boise State, after a tough start, a lot of turnovers, was able to steady things a little bit in the second half. And they have to hope that, or in the second quarter, I should say. And Boise State has to hope that San Diego State cools off a little bit. The Aztecs 54% shooting in the first half. Stacey Terry Hudson, her husband Justin's right behind her there. Trying to turn an 11-2 non-conference season into a big run in the Mountain West this year. Tatum Thompson, who was out early with 2 fouls for Boise State, back in there to start the second half for the Broncos, who will trigger it in. And it's Mary Kay Narrow handing the ball off to Hansen, now to Thompson. Thompson trying to drive in there. Now plays it to Pasco on the baseline. Pasco flips it up and in. Natalie Pasco has only taken 3 shots, and she's made them all. 6 points for Pasco. 39-29. Fizo double team for a moment. Callie Clark sees an opening, goes to the rim on Muse and scores. Nice pump fake, got the shot blocker up in the air. And then Callie Clark finishes for her first field goal. She's got 4. Hansen pops out for the Broncos. Good drive and finish from Maya Hansen. She's the first player in this game in double figures. Hansen's got 10. And the Aztec lead, 117, is down to 10. Opening minute, third quarter. Villalobos against Tatum Thompson. And a good move by Villalobos. And boy, would it be good to get her going like that again, scoring on the inside. 5 point, or make it 6 for Kim. 43-31. Here's Muse against Clark. Both 6'3" in the post. Muse goes left hand, rebound Villalobos. Bounce to Sheffy. Haupt, couldn't quite handle it, but saved it. That's a great play by Haupt. I don't know if she saw exactly where Pasco's foot was, but she threw it right off of that foot out of bounds to keep possession. Erin Haupt spending a lot of time on the floor in this game. Sheffy gets it into Haupt. Haupt, a great three-point shooter, hasn't triggered a 3 yet today. Fizo lobs into Villalobos, trying to get going in the post. She's got 1 hoop in this half. Missed that one, but Clark rebounds. Shot clock does not reset. 7 to shoot. You only got 5 to shoot now. Haupt just forced one up, looking for a foul. Good no call. Thompson heads back for Boise State. Strong drive. Clark straight up to block another shot. Here's Haupt. Going to reset for the Aztecs. Sheffy on the baseline. Villalobos has Pasco on her, a little size advantage. Finds Clark, cutting to the rim. Boy, that was beautifully done. Great pass and a great cut for the basket by Clark. Narrow. Thompson, a 3. Yeah, Tatum Thompson missed a couple in the first half. She's got that one, 45-34. 7 points for Thompson. Sheffy waits for the double team. Now to Clark. Haupt. Picked up by Pasco. Into the post. Clark knocks it away. That's about the 3rd time in the game Clark has knocked away an entry pass like that. Those are big plays in this game, forcing turnovers. Sheffy. Now Megan Fizo on the wing, and a foul as Haupt was held cutting to the basket. Panganiban back for San Diego State. That's a beautiful cut by Clark. And a great pass via Villalobos setting up the reverse. There it is again. Good work by the 2 bigs down low. Fizo, pump fake, in deep, scores it. Megan Fizo's got 4. Lead back to 13. Danny Bays back in there to Lalott in the post. Elodie puts it up. Good defense again by Clark. Callie Clark's playing great in under the basket. Panganiban got fouled. I think it was unintentional, honestly, by Hutton. She knocked the ball away, but then banged into Panganiban as the ball rolled out of bounds. That's a tough call, and it didn't feel too good for Panganiban, who's slow to get up. Watch this again. Good play by Hutton to break up the pass, but then her momentum carried her into Panganiban. So ball out of bounds to San Diego State. Comes into Fizo. Backdoor cut, Panganiban. Gonna go in there. Still with it. Bounces it inside. Quezada on the baseline finds Clark. She got her put up a shot. Yeah, 3 seconds. Tied up in there. Good try. But a turnover nonetheless. 9 turnovers, Boise State. 5, San Diego State. Been a clean game in terms of both teams playing it cleanly. 4 minutes into the third. Backdoor cut and bank in Pasco. Pasco's got 4 points, or 4 shots and 4 baskets. 8 points for Natalie Pasco. She's an all-conference player for sure. Clark with an 11-point lead to Quezada. Fizo. Lost it. Another turnover. That'll allow Boise State to run out, and this is the kind of thing that can get them back in the game as the shot is banked in by Hutton, and it's down to an 8-point game, 47-39. Crowd gets a little restless midway through the third. Quezada rolls to the basket. Got it up and in. Quezada into double figures with 11. 49-39. Here's Lalott in the post. She's trying to get going. Lost it. Picked up by Pasco. Her 5th shot is her first miss. Clark, a good rebound. Sheffy along the sideline, up by 10. 17 was a lot more comfortable back in the second quarter. Panganiban had it knocked away, but a foul. Lucky break for the Aztecs. That was nearly a turnover. Foul was on Pasco. Timeout, 4:25 for the third. San Diego State still with a cushion, but not as big as it once was. 49-39, the Aztecs on the Mountain West Network. 49-39, San Diego State still on the lead midway through the third quarter. Chris Ello back at Viejas Arena. Final game of the 2024 portion of the season. Aztecs will ring in the new year Wednesday at Colorado State. Travel to Fort Collins on New Year's Eve. Boise State will come home Wednesday to take on Air Force. Quezada with a good move gets to the rim. Quezada's got 13. And the Aztecs lead is back to a dozen. Panganiban a steal. Panganiban smartly slowed it down. Didn't really have an advantage rather than force the issue. Clark popping out. Jaslyn Green on the sideline. Double teamed. Got it inside to Clark. Muscled it up. Rebound Lalott. Here's Hansen. To Lalott. Bays curls. Hansen's got it back. On the wing to Taryn Gardner, the freshman off the bench. 9 to shoot for Boise State. Foul. Nat Martinez. Hand check. Villalobos back for Callie Clark. Aztecs rotating their bigs. First foul of the quarter on San Diego State. Hansen backing in on Panganiban. Spinning, lost it, got it back, and scored. Hansen, a fortuitous bounce. She's got 12 to lead Boise State. 51-41. Still very much a game. 3 minutes left in the third. Quezada to Villalobos at the free throw line. Villalobos inside. There's Quezada again, squeezing her way through to the rim. 15 for Quezada. She had 26 against them in the semifinal last year. Danny Bays on a strong drive, got fouled. Villalobos. So that'll be free throws for Danny Bays, 5'11 junior, Brisbane, Australia. 69% this year at the line for Bays, who's an excellent shooter, averages 8.5 off their bench. Boise State has not missed a free throw yet today. They're 8 for 8. Nine for 9 for the Broncos. Tatum Thompson back in. Boise State hanging around, 53-43. 2.5 for the third quarter. Panganiban, the freshman for the Aztecs, two-time freshman of the week, brings it up. Quezada pops out. Into the post, Villalobos is there, away from Lalat. Couldn't reverse it in. Gardner's back. Good defense by Martinez, but too good, evidently. Foul is on Martinez. So, 3 team fouls now on both sides here in the third quarter with 2:11 left. Hansen gets it into Bays. Inside the line. Saved, nope, not saved by Gardner. She stepped out. So, back to San Diego State. 2:07 up 10 in the third. Quezada has been doing all the scoring in this quarter for the Aztecs. Hamilton lost it for a moment, then knocked away. Still 18 to shoot. Panganiban to trigger in. Her high school coach is sitting up behind us here. Terry Banford, the all-time winningest coach in San Diego section. Villalobos, nice move on the inbound. Good find by Panganiban, 55-43. Aztecs stay up 12, not letting Boise State get any closer. Gardner knocked away, retrieved by Tatum Thompson. Nice pass to Lalat. Well done. Tatum Thompson with the assist, Lalat's first field goal. And there's Boise State back to 10. 55-45. Aztecs going to work in the paint. Panganiban, beautiful drive, shakes off some contact and scores it. She's got 6. Aztecs have 18 points this quarter, all of them in the paint. Tatum Thompson. Gardner curling. In deep, blocked by Villalobos. She got a piece of it. Ahead comes Jaslyn Green, bounces to Kaylin Hamilton. Green couldn't save it. Final 50 seconds of the third quarter. Again, the way the quarter closes can be so important. Boise State able to hit a couple of hoops, get within 7 or so. It would be a lot different fourth quarter. Jada Clark, a senior from Richland at Washington, in for the first time, Boise State, number 24. She'll get the inbounds and dribble it up. Guarded by the freshman Hamilton for San Diego State. Thompson, curling is Hansen. Thompson gets free in the paint, hangs, missed it, rebound, stays with Boise State. 20 seconds back to the shot clock, 28 left in the quarter. Comes into Hansen, scores again. So 10 points, final possession for San Diego State here in the third. The Aztecs normally wait way too long before getting into their offense, and then they aren't left with much time to get a good shot. Panganiban throws it to Villalobos, and again, they got to just force up. That's the end of 3. Aztecs led by 12 at halftime, by 10 after 3 quarters. 57-47, San Diego State on the lead throughout, but certainly not in the clear. 4th quarter coming up on the Mountain West Network. San Diego State on the lead for all but 18 seconds of this game, but Boise State not going away. 10 points the spread as we go to the 4th quarter. Chris Ello at Viejas Arena. Quezada gets it in, and Veronica Sheffy brings it up. Jaslyn Green on the wing. Quezada. Villalobos on the high post. Panganiban searching. Spinning. Steps in. What a move. Panganiban, great patience. Scores again. Freshmen are not supposed to be able to do that. 59-47. Tatum Thompson on a drive. Got inside. Couldn't score it. Picked up by Sheffy. To Panganiban. She wanted to trigger a 3 there, but the defense closed out. So Quezada with a step back 2. Yeah, Quezada all day. 17-point. Whoa, Tatum Thompson got hit, and I don't know where, but there is blood pouring out of her corner of her left eye. I don't know if it was a fingernail scratch or an elbow or what, but Tatum Thompson, she's fine, but it just looks a little ghastly. You can't see it from that side as the athletic trainer applies some pressure to the corner of her left eye. But she had blood rushing down her face there for a moment. They're going to look at the monitor to see how that happened. And we get a break. 9:09 for the game. 61-47 the Aztecs on the Mountain West Network. Minute gone by, 4th quarter. Tatum Thompson in the corner there holding a compress to the corner of her left eye. The officials looked at the video to see if and what happened, how that blood was triggered, but they didn't find anything. Neither did we, looking back through all of the highlights we had. So obviously something that was totally by accident. Doesn't make Tatum Thompson feel any better, but play continues here. Boise State down 14 now. Bays finds Muse, and she scores. Abby Muse, they executed that play well. Muse, that's her first field goal. Villalobos in the paint, rims out. Quezada is possessed, and she just couldn't quite corral it the second time. Quezada's playing her game today. Adriana's 8 of 11 shooting with 17 points. She just couldn't quite finish that last one. Here comes Hansen. Hansen's having a big game. Step back 3, rims out. Stays with Boise State. Interesting thing is, and I don't watch every Boise State game, but Pasco, who has really hardly missed a shot today, but really not playing much. Hansen is playing and scoring. And they're going to call a foul on Panganiban on top of the basket, I think. Or they're going to just call a flop. One official said flop warning. The other said blocking foul, which could be a free throw for Hansen on top of that basket. Let's see. Panganiban stepped in. I didn't see a block. Yep. No, they're just calling a flop warning. No foul. But Hansen has cut it back to 10 again. Every time the Aztecs get some breathing room, Boise State comes right back to a 10-point game. 2 minutes gone, fourth quarter. 61-51. Hansen's got 16 for Boise State. Quezada's got 17 for the Aztecs. Panganiban finds Quezada. Pump fake, drive, surrounded, fall away. My goodness. There's no defense that can stop that. Quezada's got 19. What a game she's having. 63-51. There was 3 defenders on her. Bays answers with a deep 2. Danny Bays for Boise State, keeping them in the hunt. 63-53. 7:33 for the game. Villalobos driving in there. Pump fake, fouled by Muse. The last shot by Bays they put up on the board as a 3, but the officials corrected that. Quezada gets a rest. That's good news for Boise State because they can't stop her right now. Villalobos free throwing 2 for 4 in the game. Kim's got 8 points. Thompson's back in there after the bloody eye gets tended to. Elodie Lalott checking back in for the Broncos as well. Villalobos only 54% at the line this year. His free throws are all big now. That one makes it an 11-point game. Aztecs 13 of 16 at the line. Boise State 9 of 9. Second one, no. Rebound, Thompson. 11-point game. Tatum Thompson inside to Lalott. Back out to Thompson. Tipped away, recovered by Sheffy. Callie Clark got hit. Lobbed inside to Villalobos. Outside to Sheffy. I don't know why they're not blowing the whistle. Clark is down at the other end to hurt. But Lalott, I don't know if she got hurt. I think she had her contact knocked out. Normally when a player's in some sort of difficulty and the team has the ball, they'll just whistle it. But they never did whistle that one. Villalobos winds up back on the free throw line at the end of it. Kim has been there 3 times today and split all 3 times. 3 of 6. (65-53). Got them both that time. So here comes Boise State with still 7 minutes to go. Mary Kay Narrow, the point guard, gets a screen, finds the red-hot Hansen, leans in. Good offense by Hansen. Panganiban was there, but Hansen went in and drew the contact. Nicely done. Hansen's 3 of 3 at the line. Hansen, money at the free throw line, over 80% this year, and 5 for 5 today. Game high 18 for Maya Hansen. 66-55. Actually, Quezada has 19 for the Aztecs. Clark left alone, shoots then hits the jumper. Callie Clark right-handed when she shoots from the perimeter. 68-55. 6:19 to go. Tatum Thompson driving, stepping back, tough shot, rebounded by Narrow. Pulled out of there finally by Callie Clark. Aztecs are +3 on rebounding today. Nat Martinez, the freshman, been a little quiet today. Backdoor cut, Sheffy scores it. Beautiful pass by Jaslyn Green. Timeout, Boise State. 5:50 to go. The Aztecs have put 70 on the board. Well, that's what happens when you're shooting 56% and teamwork like that. Back to San Diego for the final 5:50 on the Mountain West Network. Back in San Diego, the Aztecs have pushed it out again to a 15-point lead. Time starting to run out on Boise State. 5:50 for the game. Adriana Quezada getting it done off the Aztec bench with 19 points. That's a season high for Quezada. She's done it on 9 of 12 shooting. Remember, she scored 26 against these guys in the Mountain West Conference semifinal last March. And the Broncos have had their hands full with Quezada again today. Here comes Boise State. They got to get with it quickly. Hansen's been trying to keep them in it. Tatum Thompson. Lalott back to Tatum Thompson. Steps in for a 2. Tie up on the rebound. It'll stay with the Broncos. Pasco's finally back in the game for Boise State. Like I said, I don't know their entire substitution pattern, but Pasco is the one of the players that could shoot them back in the game, but she's been on the bench for a large portion of it. Lalott, good defense again. Callie Clark has made a huge difference in this game with her defense around the basket, forcing tough shots and forcing misses. Aztecs, 5 minutes to go. They take care of the basketball. They should be in pretty good shape here. Martinez held by Hansen. Nat Martinez for the Aztecs has not scored today. She's only taken 1 shot, and that was a buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter. But that's one of the reasons this Aztec team has been so good this year. They don't have to have one player. It can be just about anybody, and it has been all year. Villalobos. Finally for Kim Villalobos today, finding the range. She's got a season high, 13 points. Pasco didn't get the shooter's roll that time. Largest lead of the day right now with 4:40 to go. The Aztecs on a 7-0 run. Trying to put it out of sight here. They lob it into Clark, tipped away, but Hansen couldn't save it. You look at the 7-0 run, they've done it without Quezada in the game. That's the secret to this team. Panganiban's averaged 21 over the last 4 games. Well, she's got 8 today, but hasn't been the usual factor. But others have contributed mightily. And we get a timeout taken by Stacey Terry Hudson. 4:28 for the game. And 72-55 San Diego State. Don't forget Wednesday, New Year's Day. It'll be a noon start Pacific time. 1 o'clock in Fort Collins. The Aztecs will take on Colorado State. You can listen on the Aztec Radio Network to our call. That is this Wednesday at noon from Fort Collins. The Aztecs are back home next Saturday, 1 o'clock for New Mexico, another team that the Aztecs beat in the conference tournament last year. Ball comes into Clark. Aztecs don't want to stall, but they also want to run some time. Jaslyn Green, rebound Lalott. Boise State's got to get cracking. Gardner, a 3. Came up way short. Whoa! Careful, Thompson. Went over top of Nat Martinez And let's just hope she's okay. My goodness, she took quite a tumble there. Great effort by Tatum Thompson. Nat Martinez had her blocked out, and Thompson goes over top and actually threw the ball off the foot of Martinez. That's an unbelievable play by Tatum Thompson. Absolutely incredible. Although Stacey Terry Hudson would like to know how that wasn't an over-the-back call. Probably was over the back, but at the same time, incredible that she grabbed that ball and as she's falling face first to the floor, threw it off the foot of Nat Martinez. Incredible play. So it keeps it with Boise State. 4:04 to go. Tatum Thompson, we only see her a couple times a year, but she plays the game hard. Watch this. She didn't really ever make contact with Martinez, just went over top of her. Threw it off her foot. Incredible. Pasco's got to get cracking with some jump shots. They try from the corner with Allie Heckman, a junior, into the game for the first time out of Burns, Oregon. Heckman comes up empty. Aztecs now need to just run clock and then try to get a good shot. 3:37 for the game. Jaslyn Green left it short. Clark pulls down another rebound, reset. Nat Martinez lays it off to Villalobos. Sheffy with 10 to shoot. Makes a move on Lalott. Nope. Knocked out of bounds. Last touched Aztecs. Crowd saw it differently. Millie Sharp, freshman, back in for Boise State. So the Broncos pretty much need a bunch of threes now. 3 minutes down 17. Pasco can get them those threes. Instead, she drives to the hoop. Rebound Villalobos. Villalobos, 13 points, 7 rebounds. One of her better games in a while, and great to see that for Kim Villalobos. She is so important to the Aztecs. Ball knocked out of bounds by Millie Sharp. .240 to go. Ball comes into Green. Villalobos gets it back. Ought to bring it back out. She does. Smart move. Run some more clock. The Aztecs are a bit into cruise control at this point. Lobbed in there for Clark. Broken up. Millie Sharp, a freshman. Australian. Elodie Lalott from Paris, France. Hard drive on the baseline and a foul as Pasco got hit by Jaslyn Green. Pasco, surprising to me, but again, I don't watch them play all their games. 21 minutes. She's such a weapon offensively, but I'm never going to criticize a guy that has 700 career wins. I think Cordy Presnell knows what he's doing. Pasco's up to 9 points with that free throw. She's a 92%er, as you might guess, for such a great shooter. .72-57 now. Josie Stedman checks in for the first time for Boise State, as does Lindsay Lavrovich. Off the Boise State bench for the final 2 minutes. Nat Martinez may make it through today without scoring. She won't care. as long as her team has a W to show for it. Panganiban has 8 today. The 2 freshmen have been quiet, but Villalobos has picked it back up today. Scores again. 15 is a season high for Kim to go with 8 rebounds. Tell you one thing, hopefully her slump is over. Holding foul, Panganiban. Well, the Aztecs are going to win it. They're going to go to 12-2. They're going to get the conference off to a good start at 1-0. And they're going to do it by leading for all but 18 seconds of this game. Sharp drives and scores. Nice shot by Millie Sharp. 74-59. Now we're down to the final minute. The other thing, the Aztecs, I mean, they led. There's a steal by Sharp. Don't foul her. She missed. Clark hustled back for the rebound. The other thing that's interesting about the Aztecs, they led by like 10, 11 points. Still a game. They take Quezada with 19 points out. They never have to bring her back in. That's how deep and how many different contributions these Aztecs have been getting all year. So many different players have been able to help them along the way. Callie Clark, 8 points, 8 rebounds, and great defense. 4 block shots. Panganiban to beat the clock. Villalobos keeps it alive, and that should do it. The Aztecs can hold the ball. Quezada with 19 leads the way, but another strong performance by everyone in red and black. Final score, San Diego State 74, Boise State 59. The Aztecs start the conference with a win. Go to 12-2 overall. Adriana Quezada leads the way. She'll be our post-game guest when we come back to San Diego on the Mountain West Network. Back in San Diego, where the Aztecs open conference play with a 74-59 win over Boise State. Chris Ello here, Adriana Quezada there. And I've seen you play a lot of games, and I can tell when you're in one of those zones. And I thought today it looked like it. Did you feel it?
I did. You know, conference means something, so I had to come out. Yeah,
I mean, you battle so hard, but when you hit a couple of early shots, it just feels better. And then you start doing all that wacky, weird stuff, and they don't know what hit them. Talk about life coming off the bench for you. Has that been something that's been a bit of an adjustment?
Yeah, it's definitely an adjustment that I've been, focusing on the past couple weeks. But I feel like game by game, like when you get on the court, it's the same thing,
Right.
So, and then also it's just like it gives me a different perspective. Like I get to see the team before I go out there.
How do you like having Callie Clark down there with you guys this year? Last year, you and Kim were down there fighting all these big, tall kids. This year, you're still fighting, but it's nice to have her there. She blocked, I think, 4 shots today. So.
It's so nice to have someone with a big presence down there. I don't feel like I'm fighting for my life anymore.
Well, you're still fighting, and we love watching you. Talk about the last couple of weeks. You guys only played a game. Did you go home for Christmas break?
I did.
Good for you.
Yes.
Now, what was the focus coming into this game from the coaches?
I think the focus with them is really they gave us a scout and they gave us a game plan and to make sure that we were all locked in because, as you said, conference, they'd scout us, we scout them, so we just got to make sure we executed it.
And I don't know if you remembered this, but I did. In the semifinals last year against these guys, you torched them. You had 26 points. They couldn't stop you. Did you have a good feeling coming into this game, or was it just coincidence that you played well against Boise State?
No, I had a good feeling.
You had a good feeling?
Yeah, I had a good feeling.
All right. Well, Adriana, congrats.
Thank you.
Happy New Year. We'll see you in a few days. And the Aztecs are off to a good start. Back to San Diego in just a moment. Back in San Diego, we didn't talk a lot about it today, and I didn't hear an actual crowd count. But it was really a nice crowd. I mean, you know, Aztec women's basketball, they're not selling out like the men. But you can just tell, looking around this building, there was a lot more people than are usually here. So, and they saw, you know, why they came out, which is because this team is good. And they play as a team. And everybody had a hand in it today. And that's the way the Aztecs have been doing it all season. And they're a little too much for Boise State. Final score, San Diego State 74 and Boise State 59. The Aztecs led for all but 18 seconds of this game. And as has been the case all year, 33 points off the bench, led by Adriana Quezada's 19. She said she had a good feeling coming into this game, and that turned out to be a bad omen for Boise State. The Aztecs shot 53% for the game, and that allowed them to overcome 1 for 7 on threes. The Aztecs made only 1 3 the whole game. That was Quezada back in the first half. They didn't make any in the second half. San Diego State was 15 and 19 at the free throw line. On the other side, Boise State shot 35%, made 4 of 12 threes, and they were perfect, 13 of 13 at the foul line. A rebound, San Diego State +6. Turnovers, I mean, give both teams a lot of credit for taking care of the ball. We don't see this often. 11 for Boise State, only 8 for San Diego State. And the defense was not bad. Just both teams did a good job taking care of the basketball. The other big number today, the Aztecs scored 48 points in the paint. And that is where Callie Clark comes in. Talked about her in the postgame with Adriana, but Clark had 8 points, 8 rebounds. But she allows Quezada and Villalobos to go up against smaller players. Last year, Quezada always had to play against 6'3" centers. She didn't have to this year because Callie Clark is guarded by them. And both Quezada and Villalobos had big games. For Adriana, 19 points. Villalobos finished with a double-double, 15 and 10 rebounds. Hopefully her brief slump is over. Veronica Sheffy was the third Aztec in double figures today. She had 10. And she got the better of her former high school teammate, Tatum Thompson. Although Thompson played hard for Boise State, got her eye cut open, flew over a player and landed on the baseline. I mean, these kids really battle both sides today. Naomi Panganiban had 8 for the Aztecs. Callie Clark, as I said, 8 rebounds, 4 for Aaron Haupt all early in the ball game. Megan Fizo had 4. Jaslyn Green had 4. Bailey Barnhart, the freshman, had 2. For Boise State, Maya Hansen did everything she could to keep her team in the game with 18. Natalie Pasco scored 10 on 4 of 6 shooting, but did not attempt a three-pointer. Give the Aztecs defense credit for that. Pasco, one of the best three-point shooters in the nation, number 1 in the conference, but was not allowed to try one today. So the final score, 74-59. The Aztecs 1-0, Boise State 0-1. And as I said at the very beginning, I think both of these teams are going to be there when they make a run for the title this year. Going to have to find a way, somebody to catch up to UNLV, who's been dominating this conference the last several years. Wyoming's going to be right there. New Mexico's going to be there. Colorado State's going to be there. And who knows, maybe some others. It's a very deep conference once again this year. Want to thank our crack support staff, led by Sean Scarborough. Oh, that's right, I forgot. Dan Oshman's our producer, director, engineer. He does everything. Sean was especially good today, I thought, though. Zach Savage, Andres Flores, thanks for all their help. Ben Pearson, as always, from the Aztec Media Relations Department. Thanks to all of you for joining us out there. And Happy New Year. This was the final game of 2024. But 2025 swings right into action Wednesday afternoon, New Year's Day. We'll be playing in Moby Arena, Fort Collins, Colorado. The Aztecs against the Colorado State Rams. Game time is noon Pacific on the Aztecs radio network. Next Saturday, January 4th, the Aztecs return home 1 o'clock to face New Mexico. The final score, once again, San Diego State 74, Boise State 59. Now, Chris Ello bidding you all a pleasant good afternoon from Viejas Arena, Steve Fisher Court in San Diego, where the Aztecs open conference with a win on the Mountain West Network. So long, everyone.